kidding, not taking the car. Good evening from the lovely Cork. Yeah, it's not very lovely, these bits. It's just the business park over there. But what is lovely, let's check the car's locked, is where we're going. Now, you guys can't see me that well because it's dark. Oh, street light. So basically, this is a video because I'm heading into the Farnborough Airshow. Well, it's Saturday night, but it's on a Monday, and flying on Sunday was a bit too difficult. And Saturday was cheap. The flight was like 15 quid. So here we go. Well, don't you love to see that? An empty security here. That's why I kind of love flying out of Cork, because there's never a line. The only time I've been here, then there's been a line. The line was like 5 minutes long. So, yeah, you have to walk all the way around this.
Who will dispose of them for you?
Fun.
Please
Well, I've made it. There is beautiful 777X and a P8 Poseidon behind it. So we're going to go around, have a look, and hopefully show you guys everything that's interesting. Alright, so what we have here is the G9X. Massive, as you can tell. And that's pretty cool. Some stats over here. Let's have a look. See, so it's estimated 2025. 3 more years and we'll get this. I so hope I can get a type rating on this. Yeah, so it's been compared to the Dreamliner quite a bit. Well, from the wings you can kind of tell where they're getting that from. This plane is nothing short of amazing. It's like, well, it's nothing I've ever seen before. That's for sure. absolutely brilliant. And there's the jet, which is probably trying to take off soon. But that is just beautiful. They're all probably trying to escape before this thing has to go. That is truly a sight. Over there we have the Embraer E2. Well, 195 E2 Cross Hunter. It's pretty cool. And damn, I really want to go inside this aircraft. It's going to be beautiful. Alright. We're getting on board the Embraer 195 E2. Sorry, 190 E2. It says it right on the side. Now those of you who actually watch my channel will know that I'd want to see the cockpit more than anything.
Right, this isn't
But I'll have a look at that next. See the 192, ideal. Configured 2.2. So it's actually, I mean, it depends on the airline's configuration as well, but what Embraer's put on this is actually kind of smart. It's also showing off like size. The windows are actually quite decently sized, unlike the Airbus A320 and 20neo, which have pathetically small windows. Sorry, not sorry. Raked wingtips, and I believe something? No, not me. They are, let's see, Pratt & Whitney's 900Gs actually. Me count again. So, those who've seen my Dublin report know I've flown on 195, we're on a 190, but we'll check out the 195 later, see how that compares to last time. So,
Right.
so awesome. See,
Take a seat.
God. There's actually a lot more room than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a flight student.
You are.
Yeah. Well, right.
Take a flight school here,
Ireland.
Ireland, and you.
Yeah, so depending on who's piloting the plant and who wants what instruments, they can configure it to their likings. And we've also got ground charts on the display itself. Yeah. It's such a clean aircraft. So
Busy day today.
sorry?
Today will be a busy day, you know. We have some shows.
Yeah, I think it's from lunchtime.
This airplane will take the display.
Yeah. So yeah. What time is this going up then?
1:30,
Yeah.
around 1:30.
Oh, so we've also got that display for cabin display.
The cabin,
right there.
Security reason.
Yeah. It's quite beautiful. Got the tiller here. What else do we have? Crew mask. Got the pedals there. I've never been in an Embraer's cockpit.
Yeah. First time.
Yeah. It's quite cool. That was the Embraer E190 E2, and I actually got it right. 737 MAX 10, lovely aircraft. And further on we can see some of Airbus, more Airbus Bombardier offerings. Let's get some pictures of this actually. That's a lovely plane. Now the 737 MAX 10 is, well, quite obviously the longest of all the 737s currently made. Got lovely split spin tail winglets over here, and CFM LEAP 1B engines, which are so much quieter and so much more fuel efficient than every other one. Get a good view of that there. Alright, behind me it's an A350-900. On this side, an A220-300. You can see they're parked quite nicely for us photographers and Avgeeks. We can actually have a look at what they're like from this side. Over here we have an ITA Airways paint livery on the A350. Now ITA, some of you may know, is Italy's new airline because Alitalia went down and under. Oh no. Anyways, so it's got a beautiful new blue paint scheme, and got the air Baltic obviously on this one. There's another one of Airbus's military aircraft there, and it's quite, I don't know, but quite military. I'm not a military person, but it does look quite magnificent. And we've got the runway there. Very nice. So whenever the time comes, I can hippity-hoppity allow myself along this bit of property and take videos and pictures, and oh, that is brilliant. And I'll join you next to a porta potty. Actually, that's weird, but what we have over here, yes, an ATR 72 maybe, probably. My ATR identifying skills aren't the best, but we do have an ATR here, 72-600. And it's got a freighter variant, lovely for you, Treymark. What else do we have? I mean, it's an ATR. Nothing I'd like to take a look inside, but I don't know if they'll let me. Big sad. Carrying on this way, we have a Piaggio P180, I think. Probably. I don't know. I want to go in that. It's a nice looking ATR. Carrying on this way, we have a something. Very nice. I'll look up the reg and pop it on the screen. Let's carry on. Got a lot more spy halls and whatnot over this way. Moving on. Still got more of lovely Piaggio with the backwards facing engines. Truly unique. Moving this way, we have the E195. And yes, finally a 195, not a 190, as this idiot was saying, the 190. Oh well, big whoop. Carrying on. So, the 195, 95, braked wingtips, engine, nice. I'm still quite unsure whether or not I should make this a serious video. Well, it's a video for sure. Am I going to be serious about it? Nobody knows. I do like the Profit Hunter though. I'm going to take some pictures of that in a bit. So you're going to join me around this aircraft as I fix my hair, which is being shafted by the wind. You can have a look over there, a bunch of business jets and the 789 by Qatar. And we're going to make an attempt to have a look at this aircraft. See, I lied. I'm not here for the planes. I'm here for the free remove before flight tags. This is a lovely plane. I'm going to attach that somewhere. So far, Embraer has been the most friendliest. Get a nice view of that there. Messy air again, but here I am, quite close to the Profit Hunter here, Techline E195E2. Take a look at these lovely engines with a massive bypass ratio, which means fuel efficiency, and it's quiet. It's quite interesting to see how much smaller the actual core is of the engine compared to the actual bypass. And there's an aircraft over there. Very nice. So as we're boarding the Prof Hunter, I'm joined with, name sir?
Jamie.
Hello Jamie. You work for Embraer, he's going to show me around this 195E2 arranged in a dual class configuration.
I'll keep out your camera, mate. You carry on.
Oh yeah. So you have 12 business class seats front, and got the staggered configuration here, which is actually I've not seen before. So we'll look out the window. It's quite nice. Now I've only been in an E195 before, normal one, but feels slightly wider and spacious than that aircraft. Of course, the main difference is got raked wingtips instead of normal winglets, which is pretty cool. So we're here in the cockpit of the E195, which is pretty much identical as the 190. So it'll be interesting to see if, like, to get type rating, how convertible that is around the aircraft. Because the only difference is this one's a bit longer, and that probably means the engines are rated for a bit of higher thrust. That's pretty cool. Coming around to the more private sort of GA aviation stuff. Now, if you're unlike me, probably want to fly these. Maybe. Just maybe. I mean, kind of cool. Hopping around random places, not exactly knowing where you're going next. It's pretty cool. Got Falcon 8 from Dassault. And let's just move down this way. See the engine's windmilling over there. That's brilliant. And we have a plane taking off. I'm not gonna lie, looking at all the planes taking off later today is gonna be really interesting. Now, I'm just gonna walk down a taxiway. I wonder if it's wide enough for me. More Gulf Streams. Offerings for the rich, the wealthy, billionaires, trillionaires, Elon Musk. We'll continue to move forward because you can see over there another A350. It's just Qatar, it's just chilling over there. And is that an A350? Is that a triple? I have no idea. It's just a 7.8 over there. Continue having a look around. Now, as I adjust my hair once again, I've realised as I'm walking towards Qatar's, I'm doing like a Qatar cosplay. It's like grey and maroon, burgundy sort of thing. And then, yeah, you get the idea. I'm like a cosplayer, but a Qatar cosplayer. Now as I walk along this taxiway with many imperfections, kind of reminds me of the M25, but you have a look at the L3 building, and they are the inferior flight school, because representing AFTA. Kind of, not really, but AFTA's definitely better. Trust me. Oh my god, it's big jet TV. Mates are going to enjoy that. So some of you in the summer may think, oh, this is a brilliant time to go out to London, go to the park, walk in Hyde Park for maybe millions of hours. I'm joking, but many hours. But no, what you should do, come to Farnborough Airshow, just walk for ages along the length of the entire runway or taxiway or whatever. Because I mean, it's really warm, but I'm not gonna lie, it's not unbearable out here. It's alright. Moving on. Aha, porta potty toilets. I'm gonna do a loo review later. Yeah, maybe not. Can I still a golf bug and just like vroom my way around? In any case, oh my god, that goes on forever. I can't be arsed. I'm not even halfway down. So yeah, if you want to spend a lovely evening, There's another A350 around the corner. Oh wow. I can't be asked. To be fair, I really want to go inside 777X. I don't know if they'll let people in anytime soon, but being able to go inside one of them is going to be bloody brilliant. Over here we have some sort of elevated surface for photographers perhaps. But what we're going to do is continue this way and have a look at this lovely Dreamliner. My favourite plane at the moment, but I think the 777X might be beating it. Let's carry on. Here we have, here, parked, plugged into ground power, is Qatar 789. It's pretty, it's just pretty. Of course, got, oh god, it says 787-900. A little annoying. As you can see, it's closed. I don't know what they're doing in there. Fair enough. Oh, we've got Qatar's executive aircraft here as well. Let's move on and have a look. Now this is a 777-300ER, and I know that because it says it on the nose. Actually no, I know these planes. Now, the main difference we'll be able to tell between the 777-300ER and, well, the 777-9 is the length, the engines, and the wingtips / wing shape. So the engines are obviously bigger in the new aircraft, and the engines are also, well, the bypass ratio is something else. The wings are braked, they're brilliant. It's alright if I go over?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks. Got a lovely carpet to welcome us. So 777-300ER is powered by the G90's 115Bs, which means, well, it's in the name, they produce like 115,000 pounds of thrust each. So this means business. I'll try not to die as I climb up. You know, so this one's painted in a lovely, I think, Qatar World Cup livery. Unfortunately, I'm not going anywhere today. So we're walking into first class, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, which I sometimes am, most of the time, this is Q suite. Q suite, what am I? You can see they're actually arranged reverse facing each other, so if you wanted to and you were a mad person, you'd face here and have a look out that way towards the engine. Actually no, I kind of do that one day. Or you could be normal and sit there. Maybe you have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a lover, and sit here. Hello.
How are you?
Sorry?
You want to try this?
Oh yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Hello, how are we doing? We're looking for our friends.
They here around.
One of them.
Sorry?
Take a seat.
Oh yeah. Just leave my bag.
I can put here. Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. And just to have the feeling.
So, here we are in, before I make film myself, this is the Q suite, right?
That's a Q suite, yeah.
Q suite. It's the one if you've got a friend or a lover. If you're not and lonely, you can go behind or over there, where they're arranged separately. Or maybe you hate your wife, you can pull up blind, or husband, or whatever. Yeah, we've got suite controls here, but you can probably see another trip review for a better view of that. But unfortunately we're not going anywhere, so don't know what to say. You've probably seen everything about this in an actual trip report. But I do like the massive screen. Yeah. Thanks. So, last time we had a look at crew rest area. It was on the 747 on British Airways. And, well, isn't that an upgrade? That's when this in the 747 in British Airways, it kind of looked like a bunk bed that you just kind of laying in a mat. That's actually the seats. Thanks. So that's what's in the secret closet, which is not actually a closet. Oh, stand it. And here we're inside an aircraft. That's not my usual aircraft. So
What's your usual?
Cessna 172.
Bit different. Same. Well, yeah.
It's got screens and it's got a throttle and it's got a yoke.
I've never flown Cessna, but principle is the same, right?
Yeah, you add thrust and pull back.
Yeah.
And
Small houses, big houses.
hope for the
Noise,
best.
no noise. I hope for the best. That's good.
You know what they say in thrust we trust?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So the last aircraft I was in this at the air show was in Farnborough, now in Boeing, and of course a cockpit is a cockpit, you have a lot of similar stuff, but in Boeing we have a lot of unique sort of traits that make it Boeing. Well, at least in the 777 you can see the colour scheme and how the controls are actually shaped kind of similar in different Boeing aircraft as well. And there we have it, Qatar's 777-300ER, which by far is my favourite plane to visit, just because it's a 777. Got to have a look at the lovely Q suites, and actually let's have a look at the other classes. Moving on, we have it's just regular cockpit. Of our lovely toys for the kids so that they don't scream in your ears. And let's see what aircraft that was. Again, like most Boeings, these windows are lovely. Oh, there's a Gulfstream taking off, and there's an A350, which is quite lovely. I wonder which one kids like the most. Well, that's the seat to choose. And yeah, further on, it's just a lot of economy. So yeah, and these economy seats got quite standard. I mean, at least there's USB power, which is quite important. Oh, and there's power plugs down there, 2 between each one, but that's all you really need. So we're now going to say goodbye to this lovely aircraft.
The idea of humans being able to fly.
I'm just having a look at.
Can I explain anything?
Sorry?
Can I explain anything about it?
So, which aircraft is this really
All of them?
talking about?
All of them. So let me switch to the map here.
Yeah.
So it's the whole world over a full year. You're from Ryanair,
Yeah, I'm one of the students for Ryanair.
so let's do something cool.
Yeah.
And let's go to Ryanair. So I can see it's the route network of Ryanair.
Yeah.
And so it's the data of roughly early 2019 to early 2020, just before the pandemic. And those were 3,000 flights, so it's based on flight radar data.
Right.
Maybe Ryanair has a couple of hundreds of flights more or less in their database.
Yeah.
We use more or less publicly available data.
Okay. So, and this is what is this really showing?
Sorry?
What is this showing? Is it showing all the routes that?
It's showing all the routes. You can see Ryanair. So that's Europe. All of the routes that were flown by Ryanair now, because I filtered only for Ryanair.
Yeah.
And you can see from our performance models what was the fuel efficiency of those flights,
Yeah.
and most importantly what were the emissions, because what we are trying to model with that tool is trying to model scenarios to come up with scenarios how we can reduce emissions. And let me switch to that again. So if I switch back to that chart view,
Yeah.
we can apply certain measures on the set of flight that we filtered down to. And you can see I already have some, for example, fleet renewal, which would be for Ryanair. All of the 37s are now Maxes.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you have a mixed fleet, there would be more, but for Ryanair, that would be from this from the NG completely to the max.
Yeah, so you've put in the new data for the emissions from the max.
Right.
And that's the comparison that's been shown
Right.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I also added that we use a 20% blend of sustainable aviation fuel.
Yeah.
And for the SAF, we added a certain production method or life cycle emission models. So all of this tool is also centered around life cycle. So we don't just want to show, for example, I'm using something that's electrical, so it's clean. That's not true. It depends on how was the electricity produced,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
And it's the same for SAF, actually.
Yeah.
But one of the most interesting things is, so we also have electricity grid and hydrogen carbon intensity. And
Alright.
most interesting is now if we start to introduce aircraft with new technologies. For example, if we introduce an electric aircraft, so we assume there will be only regional electrical aircraft. Now the nice thing about Ryanair is they don't have any regional aircraft, and now I put in 100% market share of regional, the impact is zero because Ryanair doesn't have any regional aircraft.
Yeah.
What I can do is I can introduce the same regional aircraft to the single aisle market. We defined now a range of 0 to 400 miles, which isn't that much, but still. We would see that now a certain amount of the single aisle flights are taken up by the electrical aircraft. We can see the amount of flights goes a little bit up because this aircraft probably is a little bit smaller, cannot take as much passengers, and what we are modeling is we want to transport the same passengers as before, which means we need a couple of more flights. But we can also see
The overall emissions are going down.
Right, they are going down.
Yeah.
But now they are going down because the electricity grid that we assume is at 50 grams CO2 per megajoule. If I make that, for example, worse, so if we would assume now we produce all of this electricity by coal, we will actually have more. Right. And if I make it very good, so we assume we can get it only from solar or wind, we save even more emissions. Now, of course, with the aircraft on only 400 miles range, we don't get that far. We could increase it to even a bit more, and we can see now that the range is higher, obviously the savings are also higher. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Same would be for a hydrogen aircraft. So if we assume we introduce a single aisle hydrogen aircraft and we give it a market share of like 30%, now again we are adding. Let's take a look why. Because the hydrogen that we produce is actually not produced very energy friendly. And even though maybe the hydrogen itself is saving some emissions, if we produce it not clean, we are again adding it. If we do that in a very bad way, if we, for example, use electrolysis, and now we choose a very bad electricity grid, we would even add almost, so we would have double as much emissions as before.
Yeah.
So what this tool also shows is you need to take everything into account. You cannot just say I use electric or hydrogen and everything is fine. And it also shows in a nice way how dependent we are on. We need to get clean energy. Otherwise we can put in as much effort as we want to produce hydrogen aircraft. If the hydrogen that we get to burn is produced not clean, then it's not worth it.
So it's not as simple as just replacing all the regionals with electric or hydrogen aircraft.
Right.
So we need the infrastructure as well to support that sustainably.
Right. And so you can see it's very interesting. We can filter down for regions, for airlines, for aircraft types, and it's really nice because the user can just sit down and come up with scenarios and analyze and understand what the problem is, what needs to be solved, and it's very educational.
Yeah.
The next thing that we want to do is, right now we are just looking at one point in time. We have a data set of 1 year and we change something, but just at one point in time. And so the next thing we actually going to implement is the dynamic mode, where we will be able to take a look at a period of time, because traffic will probably grow again after it didn't. And then we can apply the same strategies, the same methods, and we can see what will happen with that over the next 30 years. Because then we are also again having this life cycle mindset. We need to take into account that, for example, batteries need to be exchanged after 5 years. So we add again a little bit because a new battery needs to be produced, and so on. But also, the electricity grid will change over time. So what I had with this one lever in the point in time mode needs to be actually a graph of how is the electricity grid evolving over time.
So it's quite dynamic in what it can forecast.
Yes. But we still need to develop. That's actually just a picture. So we rolled this tool out just today. It's the first version that we go public with, and we will keep working on it. And we want to roll it out for everyone, for the worldwide public.
Yeah,
hopefully
it's quite cool. Thank you for showing me this. It's really cool.
You're welcome.
Let's have a look at more stuff before my battery dies. Some defense stuff up here. It's around here. Bones, interior stuff.
And that allows for us to work on technology development for our future aircraft and embedding sustainability in all.
Cool, get some of these models. So what's this? Let's go to Tokyo. So yeah, 737-10, the ASAF, the 9.
Farnborough International. This is a very, very impressive aircraft with an awful lot of thrust available and a wonderful display that we're about to see. He is a very beautiful aircraft.
Here in the galley, Qatar's 777-300ER on Farnborough Airshow, and as I made many humorous comments about Ryanair, I don't actually mean it. I love you, Ryanair. Please give me my job.